Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter, and today I'm going to show you how to make this really fun three-dimensional snowflake. My woven snowflake video that I showed you about a month or two ago was so popular that I thought I would show you how to do this traditional snowflake as well. And it's very easy. So I made a bunch of these in pastel colors and hung them in my kitchen, and they're just so pretty when the heat catches them and they twirl and swirl, and they're just pretty and very easy to make. In fact, I do have a die cutting file if you don't want to do the cutting, but I'm going to show you how to do the cutting because it's not very difficult. But if you do want to purchase my die cutting file, I'll leave a link below in the comments section or the video description if you want to see that. So basically what you need is 6 squares of paper, and I'm using a 6x6 size. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. And then you want to fold it corner to corner, and hopefully it's a square. If not, then you can just adjust it, trim off the sticky outy bits. It's good enough, I think. And then what I did here, well, here's one that I've already cut just for a prototype. I was trying to remember how I did it, and so then after I cut it, I actually made myself a little jig by taking a quarter of a piece of paper and just making little ticky marks where I should be cutting. So what I'm doing is I'm holding this up against my paper, and I'm just going to eyeball it. You really don't need to measure. You don't need to go buy that fancy Martha Stewart tool. You don't need to go buy my die cutting file unless you want to. Really, you don't need it. So here I'm just kind of trying to keep it with the same angle, that same 45-degree angle there. I'm just cutting from the folded edge to about a 1/4 of an inch from my paper jig here. Okay, now I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to do the same thing, just aiming for those little ticky marks that I put there. Going about a 1/4 of an inch until then, because otherwise I'll end up with a bunch of little squares cut out and I won't have anything I can fold. And there we go. And even if it's not perfect, don't worry about it because it'll turn out beautiful. Alright, I'm using a hot glue gun, as always. I love my hot glue gun. So you want to open this up, and you've got something that looks like this. What you want to do is take your inner 2 pieces and you're going to overlap them. You're going to glue them where they overlap. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. Bloop. And without burning myself, hopefully, I'm going to glue that right on there and hold it for a second. But my studio is very cold right now, so the glue takes no time at all to dry. Alright, now we're going to do the same thing right here. Very, very easy, and actually I think I'm doing these a lot quicker than I did last time I made these a couple of years ago. Now I did not design this project. This is a moldy oldie. I think my mother showed me how to make these years ago. It's just pretty though, and I know Martha Stewart makes a template to make these, so yeah, it's pretty traditional. And I'm using traditional colors in this one. I'm using some double-sided paper from Oriental Trading Company. Alright, so you need to make 6 of these. Let me zoom out wide here. And we're going to grab our 6 pieces here and arrange them in a star. I'm just keeping the kind of the white edges on the same side, just so it kind of repeats the same, since I do have a double-sided paper I'm using. And I'm going to glue 3 of these together from the points. Oh my gosh, holding this where it's in front of the camera and not right in front of me is trouble, I'm telling you. I'm gonna have a burn. I'll have a burn to go with my broken fingernail from earlier today. I broke a fingernail punching some reindeer faces. Actually, just punching circles. I went and volunteered in my kids' classroom, the 4th grade classrooms, but I decided I would do all the 4th grade classrooms because, well, it's just not fair to leave any out. And I was worried that I didn't have enough supplies, so I ran downstairs this morning to make sure I had enough reindeer faces punched out, and I broke a fingernail, and it catches on everything. I can have a nice hot glue burn to go with that. Now I'm going to glue these 3 together. Bloop. My glue gun sounds just like my holly sounded from yesterday, doesn't it? They make the same noise, ironically. Alright. That's a little toasty, I gotta tell ya. Watch out there. Use a glue dot, maybe. Alright, now I'm gonna glue these 2 right on top of each other like that. With the hot glue. That wasn't quite... I let go of that before it was pretty completely dry because I could see it slid around a little bit, but that's not a big deal. So I'm gonna be patient this time and hold this while the glue sets up. And now, well, I think that's gonna be fine. And then I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna glue at all these intersecting points so that my star or snowflake will be stable. Isn't it fun? I just love paper engineering. I love being able to take a flat piece of paper and turn it into something really cool. This paper's pretty. I've gotten so much use out of this Christmas song paper, or it might be called the Christmas Music of Christmas paper from Oriental Trading this year. Very, very pretty stuff. Wondering if maybe I should have glued them together a little bit lower. I feel like I'm kind of squishing it a little bit. I think it's going to spread out nicely once I glue that last piece. It'll kind of stretch everything out. I reckon you could probably use staples too for this if you didn't want to use hot glue and if glue dots weren't quite strong enough. And then what I would do is either punch a hole or just loop a piece of fishing line in there so that way you can hang it invisibly from your ceiling and they can just kind of float in the air and be super duper beautiful. Well, there you have it. I want to thank you so much for watching. And I will put a link to this paper under the video in the video description, as well as the link to my SVG cutting file if you don't feel like cutting it. That's it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Tell your friends. Sharing is caring. Put it on Pinterest. Put it on Facebook. Put it there. Put it there. Put it on Twitter. I don't know. Can you put things on Twitter? I don't know. I don't do Twitter. I'm so clueless. But anyways, Merry Christmas. Thank you for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.